guys, welcome back to Baking with me, Latoya. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make some really simple shortbread cookies. So this is a really good recipe because it literally takes 3 ingredients, that's it. So all you need is plain flour, butter and caster sugar, that's it. And the only things that we need really are a mixing bowl, set of scales, a fork, but the fork's optional, I'll tell you a little bit more about that later, a cooling rack and a baking tray. You can add some other bits and pieces into this recipe as well. So this is why this particular recipe is a favourite of mine, because you can have different flavoured cookies. Who doesn't love a different flavoured cookie? So we'll get started and then I'll tell you how you can make a different flavoured cookie as we go along. Okay, so to begin, you need to weigh out your ingredients using some weighing scales. And you just need 1 mixing bowl after you've done this. So I've pre-weighed the ingredients just to save us a little bit of time. So you just need 150 grams of plain flour. So we're just going to add this into the bowl. That's it. And so it's really simple to remember. 150 of the plain flour, 100 of the butter. So we'll just get that in there. Nice. And then 50 of the sugar. So I mean, I find it really simple to remember, just because obviously like biscuits are flour, so that's going to be your main ingredient. And then if you just remember that sugar is obviously the sweetest thing, so we're probably going to need like the least of that, so that's going to be the 50, and then the butter's going to be in the middle. So we just tip literally all of that into the mixing bowl, and then this is where it gets really fun. We're just going to use our hands. So at the beginning of this, we all should have made sure that we washed our hands. Okay? We're washing our hands like crazy now anyway, aren't we? So at least 20 seconds. So we've all got clean hands, and we're just going to dig in. So you can start it off if you want by using a fork or a spoon if you want to. Why would you want to do that? I don't know. So you just get in there, and what you're going to do is you're just going to break all of the mixture up together. So make it really crumbly at this point. So I'm just going to try and show you here what I'm doing. I'm just using my fingers to just break the butter up so that it's mixing in with the flour and with the sugar, and that's it. So this recipe is one of my favourites. I mean, I know it's probably a little bit early to be talking about this, but ho, why not? We like doing this one in our house, especially at Christmas, because Santa likes cookies. And yeah, mummies and daddies, mums and dads, we know that Santa likes cookies, so why not? So I was telling you a little bit earlier about also adding flavours to this. So just so you know, you had it really mucky, which is great. Who doesn't like a bit of muck? So if you wanted to do a different flavour, you can add cinnamon, you can add sprinkles, you can add chocolate chips. So for instance, if you wanted to make chocolate chip cookies, you just would need to add 50 grams of chocolate chips to it at this point. So whilst the mixture looks like this, it's just like really crumbly, you add 50 grams of chocolate chips. I like raisins, for instance, so you could add 50 grams of raisins, you can add cinnamon. The quantity for cinnamon, I think it's a little bit less, I think it's 25 grams. But what I'll do is in the description, I'm being told, description, bear with me, okay, I'm new to this. So in the description box, I'll make sure that I add the quantities for different things so that you know how to make your cookies taste different. And I think there's like 10 different ingredients that you can add at this point to make your cookies taste different. So you'd add them. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do plain, okay, so I'm just going to make plain cookies, just for the purpose of this video. So at this point, after you've added your secret ingredient to make your cookie taste different, or if you just want to make plain, you can do. You just try and get it all into a big ball now. So just get all of the mixture together, okay? So just scoop it all up together. Now with this, you don't really want to do too much handling. All right, just kind of work it around the bowl and get it together. That's it. So your bowl is like quite empty, and then you've just got like lots of biscuit dough in your hand. Fab. Now you are still going to have really mucky fingers, but it doesn't matter. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to start pinching a bit off. Now, get some baking paper, and you're going to just put some baking paper over the top of a baking tray, just any baking tray, doesn't matter. And then we're going to get our biscuit dough, and we're just going to start rolling some biscuits. Happy days. So you want to pinch a bit off, about the size of a ping pong ball, and you're just going to roll like so into a ball. That's it. Yep. And just place it on top of your paper, just like that. So it doesn't have to be the neatest, and don't worry about like the bits of mess that are getting everywhere, because you can wipe that up afterward. So just break them up, just like this. So what kind of biscuits are your favourite biscuits, guys? What kind of cookies do you like to eat the most? So I like cinnamon. Cinnamon is definitely my favourite. I like a chocolate chip as well, and I quite like a raisin. I know that my kids like, I don't know, I'm going to ask them actually, because they are here with me. They're sitting behind the camera, so I'll ask my son first. What's your favourite biscuit?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon, okay. And what's your favourite biscuits, my daughter now?
Double chocolate.
Double chocolate? So
yeah.
Is that like
Double
you chocolate powder in it and then... Ah, okay. Right, so yeah, you can do lots and lots of different flavours in your biscuit. I haven't tried like an orange flavour biscuit, but I think I'd quite like to try that. Now with your rolling of your biscuits, I have it on good authority that you can get 24 biscuits out of a batch. I'll be honest, I've never gotten 24 biscuits out of one of these batches. Now you might be able to get 24 biscuits out of it. I suppose it just depends on how big you make your biscuit balls, really, and yeah, how you like doing them. But just, they're the size of a ping pong ball. As you can see, some of mine are slightly bigger. I'll just move these out of the way, and some are slightly smaller. But I mean, again, it doesn't really matter, because I think they're all going to go down, aren't they, really? So just give them a bit of equal spacing anyway, just so they've got a little bit of room to breathe when they go in the oven. So what you want to be doing at this point, get parents to preheat the oven to 170 degrees. So you need to preheat your oven to 170 degrees. Make sure it's preheated, because then you can get your timings right when you go to put them in the oven, or when you get a parent to put them in the oven for you. So at this point, we've put our biscuit balls onto our baking paper, so they're going to cook nicely, but we can't leave them like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to press them out. We're going to press them out. So you can either do this with your fingers, and I like to do it with my fingers, but some people like to do it with the fork. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you with my fingers first, and then I'll show you with the fork. You can decide how you like to do it yourself. So with my fingers, or with your fingers, what you can do is gently just press down into the biscuit. Press down into the biscuit, just like so. And I quite like it. I feel like it gives me a nice little homemade biscuit look. You can see I'm getting way too excited about this, can't you? Yeah, I feel like I need to go back to the office. Let me show you. So that's how they look when you press them down with your fingers, okay? Or you can use a fork. Right, so if you get your fork and you just press into them with your fork, they do stick in a little bit, so you do have to just use your fork, just angle your fork a little bit to lift your fork out. I mean, they do look quite nice as well. Let me show you. Yeah. Oh, biscuit balls dropped. And I mean, you could do like a little pattern. So you could press in that way and then lift. And then you could press in that way if you wanted to and lift. It's kind of like a hashtag. Hashtag young carers. Okay, that was cringe, wasn't it? Okay, sorry. Alright, so I'm getting some looks now. So yeah, if you just do them however you want to, really. After you've flattened all your biscuits down, then it is time to take them and put them in the oven.